Welcome to part 2 on massage. So in this video we're going to be focusing on the front end and the trunk muscles. I find dogs with hip dysplasia will often have some soreness in their front end also because they have a tendency to shift their weight forward to try to take pressure off of the soreness in their hips. And because of this, then they'll start to overwork their front end some and get some tightness in there. So I wanted to point out some of the common areas where I find tightness in these dogs. So one is right in the biceps. So if you feel, start right at the bend of their elbow, and if you roll your thumb and finger down towards the inside edge, you can actually gently hold their tendon, their biceps tendon. And then if you follow that tendon all the way up, you'll feel it go up into the inside of their shoulder. So it's just like our bicep muscle. It flexes the elbow, but it also works as a stabilizer for their front end. So a lot of times what I like to do is, like I mentioned, just to gently squeeze that tendon in between my finger and my thumb, and I just do some circular massage, and I just work my way right up into the shoulder. As you get up more into the shoulder, you won't really be able to feel the muscle under your thumb so much, so then I use my first 2 or 3 fingers to massage from the inside up at the top of the muscle. So you can just work your way up and down along the bicep that way. Another area where I tend to find a lot of tightness in them is you can feel the shoulder and you'll drop off into almost a little trough or a ditch right on the back side of their shoulder blade. This correlates with a lot of our shoulder muscles right at the bottom edge of our shoulder blade. And what I'll do is I'll just very gently slide my hand almost right in between their shoulder blade and their rib cage, and then I'll massage and work my way up all along the back edge of that shoulder blade up towards the spine. So you can do it that way, or you can use one thumb and just work your way along the back of that shoulder. So a nice one just that will be a good general loosening for their shoulder is if you pick up their leg right up under the elbow, find the top edge of their shoulder blade. It'll be a little round hump of a bone at the very top, and you can actually cup it with the palm of your hand. And then if you just kind of work that shoulder around both directions and just up and down, that's a nice, just gentle, general loosening type of massage for the shoulders, because the dogs use their shoulders more like we use our hips. So it's the muscles kind of on the front side and up underneath that actually do the work to support their front end. Then for the trunk muscles, I'm going to actually sit him up if I can wake him up, just so you can see a little bit better. But I would work on the back muscles with them laying down flat, but just so you can see a little bit better in the camera. And hopefully my overhead camera will pick this up. I've got him really relaxed now. So along the spine, if you gently feel right down the middle, you'll feel little bumps of the vertebrae. So what you want to do is spread your fingers out just to either side of that, and that's where their long epaxial muscles are. Those are the long spinal muscles that go along their vertebrae. And you can either use one hand on either side like this and do some rolling, or I kind of do it this way, and I'll kind of pull and I'll roll like this, and then I'll go on each side of the spine. So can you sit up, buddy? There we go. So you can either come in this way and just do some gentle rolling and kneading all along the spine, back and forth. Whoop. So there's a sore spot, that's a flinch. So if I get that, then I'm going to ease up my pressure in that area so that he won't guard or tighten up as I work over that area. Or you can, come on bud. Or you can go, hey, come here. I know you like your belly rubbed. Or you can go this way along the spine and do the same thing with some rolling or some kneading. You can also just use the flat of your hand and just do some long strokes to just encourage relaxation in those muscles. So I usually go with the lay of the hair. There are times that if I'm really trying to get in deep in an area, I might go against the hair, but this just allows your hand to slide more easily along their body. So in the next video, we'll go into working more in around the pelvis and the hind legs.